Let's have some sales talk over coffee, shall we? So this is a new little series and it's answering the questions that you have. So if you want your question answered in the upcoming video, drop it below. But here we go. This suggestion came in from a gentleman who emailed, he asked to remain anonymous, saying, listen, I'm getting homeowners who are hesitating, where I go out to the house, they love everything. They even tell me, thanks for coming out. We liked everything that you showed us. We really like you, but they're sensing this hesitation. And I know this kind of piggybacks off the previous video I did on they liked you, but didn't go with you. So what he asked me is, Adam, why is this happening? How does someone like me? How do they thank me for coming out? But then how do they get stuck in this place of indecision and just sheer hesitation? And that, my friend, is exactly what I'm going to be answering in this video, so you know why it's happening and what you can do to keep it from happening again. Before we get to it, just want to say a quick welcome or welcome back. With this new series and any new series I do, I look to you. I make these videos for you. If you like them, give them a thumbs up. If you don't, give them a thumbs down. I'll see all this stuff here on YouTube through our analytics. So I appreciate you being here. Again, my name is Adam Bensman, the Roof Strategist, and everything that I do honestly in my life right now is really designed to help you smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. And to give people an amazing experience, we got to win their business. So if they're sitting there saying, hey, you know, I don't really know what we want to do yet, but we really like you, well, let's get to it. So why is this happening? Here's the reason. First, I want you to think back to middle school. I was in the same math class 4 years in a row, okay? When I was in math class and someone said something that I didn't understand, immediately, I'm like, huh? My arm shoots up like this, and I'm like, I got my question, teacher, call on me. And my teacher is continuing to teach for about 5 minutes longer for the rest of the class, who's not as special needs as I was at the time. And then she goes, okay, Adam, what was your question? And I'm like, all right, well, I lost you right here, and then you went 5 more minutes, so I need to understand this concept and then everything else you talked about. Now I want you to think back. What was it like for you in middle school? When you had a question that came up and the teacher kept talking, did you retain anything? Chances are it all fell on deaf ears. And the same thing is happening with your customers and with our customers. When they have questions that aren't answered, we will never, ever, ever, ever get to yes, which is one of the reasons in my program, The Complete Closing Strategy, which is part of my full sales system, by the way, accessible for you and your team, currently being used by many thousands of people for both storm and retail in every single state in the US, from tiny companies to quite a few of the top 100 roofing companies in America. In that sales system, the way I teach to close is a tee up where we ask 2 questions first. One is, any questions for me so far? And the second one is, does all this make sense? And the reason we ask those before we close is to draw out any questions that they may have, because you and I know if the questions are there, there's not one chance that they're going to say yes. But I know, I'm guessing what you're thinking right now, which is, well, Adam, I answered all their questions and they still said, you know, we got to think about it. We'll call you in a few days. We really liked you, but we chose someone else. Well, here's the reason that's happening. The reason that's happening is there are questions that they have that they are not aware of. Let's go through this one more time. They have questions in their mind that they are unaware of, meaning people need to know what happens next. And it's one of the reasons that I teach people, you have to explain the whole process, that what happens after they give you the check, what happens after they sign the contingency, what happens with the material delivery, the prep of the house, the actual construction process. And I will tell you, I was so guilty of this because I'm just like focusing on the front end and what their immediate needs are, and we can help. And I found a lot of people were in this indecision or hesitation place. And the main reason for that was they never understood what happened after. So let's use this analogy as an example. Let's say you go into a knee surgeon. You blow your knee out, you tear your ACL and MCL. Surgeon number 1 says, hey man, you need surgery. We need to get you in right away. We'll do an absolutely awesome job. I've been doing this a while. You're in good hands. You're like, okay, great. Surgeon number 2 says, hey man, you absolutely need surgery. Both your knees are blown out. I've been doing this a long time. You're in good hands. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to come in. We're going to put you under some anesthesia so you won't feel a thing. Once you're under, we're going to do our procedure. We're going to use some cadaver parts in your knee. You're going to come out. You'll be under pain management. We'll have a brace on you. You will be immobile for a little bit. Don't worry. There will be some pain. We'll have on pain management. Then you're going to go into physical therapy to get some range of motion back. We're going to re-strengthen things. In about 12 weeks, you're going to be out moving around like no time. And 3-4 months later, you're going to be on your bike and running again like it never even happened. So which one do you choose? The second one, right? The second doctor, because he or she explained everything, which puts you what? At ease, which makes you what? Trust them, which makes you feel comfortable, which makes you feel confident in their ability to do their job and take care of you. Key word, take care of you. And I know you want to take care of your customer. So let's summarize why this is happening and what is at the root cause of hesitation from homeowners. It is, number one, questions that they have that you did not answer, meaning that you went in for the close before you asked the question. Or number two, it was because you didn't give enough information that they had questions like what happens next, but they never formulated that question. There was just this missing gap in the story or the narrative, and they couldn't plug it in with your information, so they make up their own, which is that you don't care or don't know what you're talking about. So how do we fix this? Very simply. Number one is we always ask the questions before we go in for the close. Does all this make sense? Do you have any questions? Excuse me, other way around. Do you have any questions for me? Does all this make sense? All right. The next thing we want to do is make sure to explain the entire process in our presentation. I teach all that and more for you and your team. You can learn it in our sales system called the Roofing Sales Success Formula. And if you're interested, owners and managers, we'd be happy to do a demo for you, tour you around. Just text the word demo to 303-222-7133. That's 303-222-7133. And there's also a link in the description below. So now I want you to take this information and look back reflectively, because sales, my friends, is applied psychology. So what I want you to do is look back to the last few appointments you've run where you've heard this or felt that hesitation. Thanks for coming out. We really liked you. We just decided to go a different direction. And what I want you to do is think, did I go in for the close without drawing out all their questions and objections first? Or did I really explain the entire process, or did I shortchange them and explain just the parts I thought they needed to hear? And once you've self-reflected, that is the best way to learn. Now you can create an action plan of what you're going to do on the next sales appointment. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today in this video. If you like this format, do let me know. Drop a comment if you have questions, and I'll answer them in the next sales conversation over coffee. Just because our time here is about to wrap up doesn't mean your and my time has to. And I just spilled coffee all over myself due to my excitement. You can click right here to jump into the next video that YouTube thinks you're going to love, or get inside our brand new free training center. Again, 100% free, right here. We'll see you on the next one. I got to go clean up some coffee. We'll catch you later.